It's Chelsa Messenger with Picks and Parlays. We're talking baseball. It's the final stretch of the regular season for MLB. The NFL is finally back, and we've got a nice little promo code for 20% off the entire site at picksandparlays.net. The code is NFL20. We are talking Royals and Indians in this one. Cleveland is favored at home, minus 200. Total is 8.5, and it's probably because Aaron Savali is on the mound for Cleveland, and also they're at home. Savali, 6 of 8 starts have hit the under, and he's gone 6 innings in each and every start, including a complete game. The worst start he's had this season has been 5 runs to the Cardinals, which actually isn't a huge blow up compared to some of these pitchers we've seen that can't get out of like the 3rd or 4th inning. Craig Trapp, thoughts on this game between the Royals and the Indians?
Well, the Royals pulled big upset on Wednesday, winning 3-0. So I think you'd have to imagine the Royals winning back-to-back games in Cleveland. It just isn't happening. Cleveland's got a superior team both in offense and they're a ton better relief staff, and their starting pitching edge, like you said, is pretty gigantic here. I was going to lay the run line, but when we picked this, they hadn't lost yet. So I think the run line's an even better play than but I'm looking at a total here just because I kind of think this Cleveland team, they always seem like they score runs in bunches. They'll go 3 or 4 days and they score basically nothing, and they're ready for a blow up. I think they only had 6 or 7 hits yesterday, scored 0 runs. I think they have a big day. So I do like the over here, even though, like you said, a lot of the stats kind of seem like it should be an under game. I just think with that total set at 8.5, it tells you that this one is a little risky, because I think usually when you think really low scoring games, you think 8 or 7.5 on the total. So with that listed total, I'm going to be playing the over, but you wouldn't be able to talk me into that run line, would you, Chelsea? Because I think I might run, from Ohio here. I got to run over to Indiana to bet sports, but it's not very far, 30 minutes. I can bet the run line on the Indians.
Here's the problem with betting on the run line for the Indians. A lot of times they don't score enough runs to cover the run line. A lot of their games have been 3-2, 4-3, and their offense, you said they score runs in bunches, but in general, it's not an offense that I would like to depend on. I'm going with the total here as well, just because I'd never take Cleveland minus 200, especially since the last time Brady Singer was on the mound for the Royals facing Cleveland, Kansas City won it 3-2 as plus 235 dogs. So I do like an under in this one because I do like both pitchers. Both pitchers have been pretty constant and pretty steady for both teams. Savali, of course, being the most steady of both them. 6 of his 8 starts to the under. As I mentioned, 6 innings in every start, only allowing 5 runs in 1 game to the Cardinals. He's had a complete game this season. And also you've got that Cleveland bullpen, and the Kansas City bullpen hasn't been too shabby either. It's just not 2 teams offensively that I would like to hang my hat on and be just hoping, in the 8th and 9th innings that they could score some runs. So both these teams have been big under teams this season in general, combined 28, 52, and 5 with 52 games to the under between both of these teams. So I'm going under the total of 8.5. Also, 8.5 is a pretty nice little number. Sometimes when you play unders with 2 good pitchers, it's all the way down at 7, and those are numbers that I would never take.
Well, I think the interesting thing, I think the Royals, they beat plus 200 when it was at Kansas City last week. Now we see them win yesterday. I think it was plus 170. I mean, they've won at some big prices. When the Royals win, they win at big numbers because they've been so bad this year. So you get them at a big price here. But I really think the Indians are going to pound one out. So I wouldn't. I like the over, and I definitely, if they win on the over, Cleveland wins on the over, let's be honest, they're going to cover the run line. So maybe that pound one out is not the best comment.
All right. On that note, we're not going to pound one out. Well, this has been a fun segment on Picks and Parlays, and definitely not PG rated. But that's going to do it for our Royals and Indians talk here on Picks and Parlays. Good stuff from Craig Trapp. Thanks for joining us.